welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing a game called Air Fortress. It was released in 1987, so pretty cutting-edge sci-fi gameplay we've got going on here. I just was in the mood for playing this today, and I happen to be free, so I have nothing else to do. So this is what we're going to do. Hopefully, yes, here we go. I timed it perfectly. Here's the story. The inhabitants of the planet Farmel have lived in peace since the establishment of the Stardate calendar. They have traveled all around the galaxy with a new style of spacecraft called the Lightship. Then, one day, the peace was disturbed by a mysterious big fortress. It was living and destroying all other civilizations. The Federation of Intergalactic Powers organized the defense forces immediately. The Federation forces were no match for the superior defenses of the Air Fortress. The fortress totally destroyed all of the Federation forces. The Federation declared to select a trained person, ID, blah blah blah, Hal Bailman. Hal's equipment included a newly developed light blaster and armored suit. Now Hal departs to destroy the fortress and save Farmel. Okay, that was scrolling faster than I expected. But we got a general sense of the story. This living air fortress has appeared. It's causing problems. And we're Hal Bailman, and it's our job to destroy it. What I would like to do is start the game. You are approaching the first air fortress. Here we go. This is one of those games where you have to mash the button to shoot. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Actually, I didn't even test before the stream started, but it's an old game, so I'm assuming I have to mash the button to shoot. Yeah, if I hold down the button, I don't shoot. I have to mash. Hold on a second. Yeah, there you go. I have an auto thing that I can do so that I don't destroy my hands and my fingers. Can you imagine, like, playing a game back in these days when there was just, like, there was no, like, auto fire or, like, turbo buttons or anything, and you just would completely destroy your fingers? I'm pretty sure everyone who was raised in the 80s and played video games has arthritis now. Anyway, welcome to Air Fortress. I'm Hal Bailman, and we're out here doing our thing. This game is extremely precise. I'm pretty sure you have to, like, not hit any of these asteroids. You have to not hit any of these walls. You have to not hit any of these spikes. You have to not run into enemy ships. You have to not get blasted by enemy ships. And I also have no idea what these things are. These letters that I'm picking up. That's probably an enemy. I don't know what any of these letters do. But I know that I need to blow up enemy ships. So we're going to start by doing that. If I'm correct, I believe the game starts off a little... Whoa. Okay, hold on. I believe the game starts off a little bit slow and eventually gets more aggressive over time. Okay, right now I'm glowing. I don't know what glowing does for me, but I'm glowing right now. Again, it would be nice to know what any of these power-ups do. Oh, okay, here we go. I think we're transitioning into the next stage. Now, this is the cool part about Air Fortress. After you finish the space exploration part of the stage, you actually get to go into the Air Fortress with your little bazooka, and you have to disable all of the bombs in the fortress, and then destroy the core, or something like that. The energy meter that you have, I think it gradually decreases over time, yeah. Your energy meter gradually decreases over time, so that's one thing you have to be careful of. So you're like, you have a limited amount of oxygen that you're running out of. And additionally, the energy that you have when you enter the stage, I believe is actually shared with the energy that you have when you're running around on foot. Oh, okay, up button is to jump. I was trying to figure out how to jump. You just press the up button to fly. Okay, you can recover energy in these little airlock things, so that's good. Oh, don't do that. Okay, hold on, I'll stand inside the airlock while I wait for these things. So you have a certain amount of oxygen that you can protect while you're inside of the airlock. Man, these things take a lot of damage to kill. That's okay. I'm just going to hide inside of the airlock so I can preserve my oxygen. I don't know what to do with this bee thing. What does this bee do? Am I supposed to destroy these, or am I supposed to sneak past? I'm starting to think I'm supposed to sneak past. I'm going to try sneaking past. Destroying them is not going well for me. Yeah, there we go. This is much better. Oh, okay, so, hold on. So the other button is actually what shoots those bees, which I guess are like bazookas, maybe? Bombs? I can't shoot in different directions. I can only shoot straight ahead. And when I do, it causes me to go flying backwards, so I have to be... Whoa. I have to be very careful. Okay, hold on. With these guys, I think I have to destroy them. I can't walk under them. There you go. Alright, I'm learning the controls, I'm learning the mechanics. So far the stage is pretty linear, which is good. I know some of these levels are going to end up being like mazes. Honestly, my memory of this game is extremely vague. I've never beaten it. For obvious reasons. Ooh, this is cool though. I like the flying, it feels really nice. Also, on the title screen, there was... and on the title screen and also when the game was explaining the story, there was a little explanation that had like color-coded words, like important words were coded in red or coded in blue. That's actually pretty impressive in some ways because... Oh, gotta use your bazooka. Destroy these energy cores. That's actually pretty impressive in some ways because if you don't really know a lot about, you know, game design and things like that, you might imagine that you can just tell the game like, oh, make this text red, make this text blue, and it will just kind of do whatever you say. But that's not really how game design works. Okay, so hold on a second. Can I pause the game? I can. I just got a message in chat. It looks like a slower Silver Surfer. Yeah, it is. A lot of these older games have the same kind of like shoot 'em up vibes. So I want to explain really quick before we start because I'm on a timer now. Once you destroy the core of the enemy ship, you have to actually escape back to the exit, which is really interesting because this is one of the most kind of core elements and signature elements of Metroid, a series that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. So in Metroid, after you beat the game, you have to actually escape back to the planet's surface and get back to your ship in order to escape. And it's really cool that in Air Fortress... Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. For some reason, I thought you had to escape back to the enemy, back to your ship. You just walk right over here and you get on your ship and you just escape. I'm an idiot. False memories implanted in me. I was thinking I was going to have to do an escape run, and I did not at all. Anyways, Snow Warning, welcome to the chat. We're already on the second Air Fortress, so that's good. I don't know what this game has in terms of like lives and game overs. Like if I get a game over, do I get sent all the way back to the first fortress? I don't know. Hopefully not. If you just have to replay the stage that you're already on, that's not too bad. So we're on the second fortress now. Supposedly, you can beat this game in just a few hours. I don't know if that's true or not. But I've been given free reign to stream. Oh, I've been given free reign to stream as long as I want, so at least for tonight. I'm gonna try to grab these energy things because I already got hit and my health is quite low. And these bombs will help me later too. Yeah, the flying is actually pretty precise. If I hit any of these asteroids, any of these walls, any of these spikes, I will basically immediately blow up, which I don't want to do. I got my energy all the way back up to 800 though, so that's good. This turbo shot helps so much for me. I've been playing games for way too long. I cannot mash the button anymore. My wrist will melt into a puddle of jelly. Can you destroy these asteroids? Probably not. Doesn't seem to be the case. These things are scary because it seems like they're chasing me around. I don't know what that plus sign does. I have to find out what the power-ups do. It almost looks like I'm getting a double shot. But that might just be the turbo. Yeah, the first part of the level is like a slower Silver Surfer. The next part is like a Mega Man hybrid. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's really cool. You start by flying, you know, you have to actually fly through space to get to each new space station. And then once you get there, you go inside and you have to destroy the enemy air fortress from within. So the story of the game, I'm Hal Bailman, and it's my job to fly around and defeat these air fortresses. They're basically like living space stations that go around and destroy other planets. They've already wiped out all of the Federation space forces. We're the only person who can basically get in there and save the day. And it's really funny how classic games have such a basic story and they convey it in such a direct way. Like they give us like 3 paragraphs of dialogue, and that is the only amount of story that we're going to get in this entire game. So I think now we're getting to the point where the stages start to become a little bit more non-linear, I think. I don't know, I've already said one thing that was completely wrong. Yeah, the E letters give extra energy and the B gives extra shots with your bazooka. I know that for sure. I don't know what the plus sign does, and I can't remember if there's anything else that I saw. Yeah, whenever you shoot the bazooka, you go flying backwards, which is really cool, but you have to get a little bit used to the controls. They're actually pretty good, honestly. The controls, I'm surprised at how tight these controls are. You have very good control, especially when flying. The flying controls are really good. Careful not to hit these spikes. These things right here, these gray things, if you try to fly under them or over them, you will get blasted. So you have to destroy them before flying past. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Doing very good, in fact. I haven't taken any damage so far in this fortress, despite all these spikes everywhere. This also kind of reminds me of the underwater level from Ninja Turtles. Oh, whoa, whoa, those things have some kind of... I don't know what they are. They're like pulling me with magnetism. You guys can't feel that. I can feel it because I'm holding the controller. Those little things on the bottom, those purple things with the circle around it, you can't fly. It's like a tractor beam. Yeah, there's like tractor beams down there. Okay, get over here. I'm gonna destroy this and get into the saves. You see the ones... hold on, I'll pause the game really quick. You see the ones that have the yellow square around them? Like those little purple spikes don't... Those little purple spikes will hurt me if I touch them. But the ones that have like the little yellow square around them actually have like a tractor beam that pulls me down. Yeah, you can see it. Actually, you can see it glowing now. Whenever that's glowing, I can't use my jetpack at all. So I can only fall. You're wondering if I'm actually flying or if there's just no gravity inside here. I believe, I think the text in the beginning mentioned that I had like a spacesuit that was allowing me to fly. But I could be wrong. I know I have a space bazooka. I have my little air flying thing that I used to, you know, go from station to station. I can't remember what it was called. They mentioned it at the beginning of the game. They mentioned it in the lore. We've already forgotten the lore. We're 10 minutes into the stream. We're already forgetting lore. You go down here, please. You have to actually control these elevators, by the way. You don't just go up and down automatically. So far, the level's still pretty linear, so that's good. I thought it was going to be a little bit more confusing and maze-like. I think some of the later levels become more like confusing and maze-like. This jumping is fun. And my energy, I mentioned this earlier, my energy is also my oxygen. That's why it's slowly decreasing over time. So I like to think of it as like when you get hit, it kind of compromises the oxygen supply in your spacesuit. And otherwise, it is just constantly decreasing. When you stand inside of these airlocks, your oxygen will go back up. It won't go up all the way, but it kind of maintains at a specific level. So you have to kind of avoid taking damage while exploring so that you can keep your oxygen up by going through the airlocks. Pretty cool idea, pretty cool mechanic. I'm just going to try to run past these ones. They don't seem like they're worth fighting. Based on what I know about NES games, I think these things can only be destroyed when the eye is open or not at all. I'm just going to run past them. I'm doing a pretty good job of avoiding these bullets. Ooh, here comes my Toho expertise. Alright, let's recover our energy before we go anywhere. Yeah, I'm guessing this is like a mix of like low oxygen. Oh, that was a bad idea. It's like a mix of low oxygen and probably we have some kind of jetpack. Or we're just like jumping and using the gravity from jumping. I do have some control about like how fast I fall and how fast I fly up though. Okay, here we go. Those things I prefer to just shoot with the bazooka. There's a tractor beam here. Go around it. Yeah, taking damage isn't too bad, but remember, so when you're flying through the stage at the beginning, the energy that you have is shared once you get into the space station. So if you take a lot of damage traveling from, you know, point A to point B, you will run out of energy, or you won't have a lot of energy left when you get to the space station. Oh, that is bad. And if you take too long going from one place to another, you'll run out of oxygen faster. If you take a lot of damage, you'll run out of oxygen faster. There's just a lot of little reasons. All right. I don't know if that was a two-way path back there. Oh, I have to sneeze really bad. I think you could go one of two ways. We went right, so we might have to go back and go left later. Oh, oh god. Oh, I'm getting destroyed. I did not recognize these guys as the ones that will shoot you if you try to go under them. I'm going to try to defeat this guy without the bazooka. It's not going very well for me. Bazooka works a lot better against him. I'll just use the bazooka. It's faster. Yeah, I've taken a lot of damage. Now my oxygen supply is very low. I think you just prefer to use the bazooka on these guys. They take a lot of attacks otherwise. These guys I could fly by if I wanted to. Started to get scared. Oh, there's an enemy guy in a spacesuit. Got a bazooka him too. Alright, oh, he respawns. Okay. This is a quirk of old NES style games and other games. When you go off the screen, enemies tend to respawn. I also ran out of bombs, so I'm going to have to blast this guy. When you go off screen, enemies tend to respawn, which can cause serious problems for you. Like just back there, it took me a lot of resources to kill that guy. And then as soon as I went back to the left, he respawned again. That's because there's just like a sprite limit. on the game, and the way they code enemies is they just kind of have the game render whatever happens to be on the screen that you're on at the time. So if you leave that screen and then you come back, the stuff will get rendered again. It made the games unnecessarily difficult. Okay, we're gonna run out of oxygen here. We ran out of bombs, so we're about to find out what happens. Oh, interesting. My oxygen supply kind of maintains at a low level. I might be okay here. If I don't get blasted here, if I can dodge all these attacks. Yeah, and when I'm resting, my oxygen goes back up too. Oh, I might be okay here. I just have to shoot this guy like 1 billion times because I ran out of bombs. I don't know how much damage the blaster does compared to the bombs, but the bombs like 2-shot things, and the blaster takes like 100 shots. I'm almost tempted to just let it go and just, yeah. That was not expected. Sorry, that was not on purpose, but the butterfly was unexpected. I think I saw some in the first stage. Let's continue. Okay, so we do get to continue from the second air fortress. We don't have to go back to the beginning of the game. So that is a huge relief. Can you guys hear the music, by the way? Let me know if I need to turn it up. Alright, let's try this again. I told my friends from my role-playing group to get in the chat, but they're probably not going to come. Because honestly, who would? This is not exactly my usual streaming experience. You can hear the music? Okay, good. Well, I guess the next question is my voice super quiet or am I louder than the music? Alright, so we need to collect some energy. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. We need to collect some energy. And some bombs especially. I need bombs if I'm going to get through that fortress. Yeah, you can see how sensitive the controls are. And if you just touch anything, you'll immediately get blasted. These walls don't actually seem too dangerous. Seems like they just sit there and let you destroy them. Alright, 10 bombs. If I can get more, I'll be even happier. Oh, you know what? There's guys that spawned on like the tops and the bottoms of the stage. Yeah, okay. It looks like when you aim at them, they fly away though. So I don't know if you can actually destroy those guys. Because they escape pretty much instantly. Now these guys will chase me if they get behind me. I'm gonna have to fly in circles. I'd like to destroy them so I can get some bombs. Didn't get any bombs though. Ooh, what is that? Oh, I think that's like temporary invulnerability. Okay, so like the diamond thing is like a temporary shield. You can't go in from the left here. I'm gonna have to go in from the right. I want to get like 1,000 energy and then play through this stage much better next time. Yeah, it looks like those circle things will fly away from you if you aim at them, so they're pretty hard to destroy. You kind of have to play chicken with them. When I get into the station, it's actually better if I switch from the turbo shot over to the regular shot, because the regular shot will cause me to go flying backwards from the power of my bazooka. Did I pause the game or something? What is happening? You are now entering the air fortress. Okay, here we go. And plus I don't want to waste all my bombs by like turbo firing them. I'm louder than the game, but it's fine. Okay, good. Thank you very much. It's very helpful to have at least one person in chat letting me know what's up. Okay, we've got 900 oxygen to make it through this stage. 15 bombs. I will use them however I need to. Why do I feel like I have to sneeze again? Okay, yeah, my oxygen actually goes back up whenever I'm standing still. That is really good to know. I thought the airlocks were giving me oxygen. Excuse me. What I realized is that just standing still is actually what gives me back my oxygen. But any damage I take from enemy shots, I think I can't heal that off. Yeah, so I can only heal back up to 890. So the game actually tracks my max energy, which again, really impressive that it does that. If you don't know anything about game design, you would just imagine like, oh, you could just, do that, but honestly, they have to program it to keep track of the max energy and the current energy separate, and how to, recover the player's health back up to full. And it's not that impressive by modern day standards, but by NES standards, it is certainly impressive to me that they were able to, create a game that functions in such a way. So this time we're going to be a lot more careful. We're not going to fly directly into those guys who have tractor beams, and we'll get to the boss with a lot more energy. We will use our bombs more aggressively and hopefully not run out before we get to the boss. You wonder why it's called Air Fortress. So the main enemies in this game are actually the air fortresses. We're inside of Air Fortress right now. It is a living sentient space station. And we're battling our way through it so we can destroy its core so that it will not come to our planet and destroy our planet. So it's kind of like, it's just like the name of the enemy is Air Fortress. That's why the game's called Air Fortress. Why did they name the enemies Air Fortress? I don't know. It's probably a direct translation. This is a Japanese game, like a lot of games from back then were like imported from Japan. The original title of the game, I don't know what the original title was, but probably they just directly translated it to Air Fortress. I don't know the Japanese word for air, and I don't know the Japanese word for fortress, so I can't guess. I could look it up, though. Maybe we'll do that when we get to a good break point. Try to dodge as many attacks as I can. I need to keep my health up. You can actually use the airlocks for shielding, too. I'm going to try to do that, because I noticed last time I kept leaving the airlock too soon and getting blasted. I'm going to try to hide inside of the airlock, and then only come out when I have a clear shot, and when the enemies are not shooting at me. This is the screen where I think it's faster to just fly through and dodge everything. Especially with these sick Toho skills. I'd like to stream some more Toho, by the way. I haven't streamed any Toho in a while. Alright, before I leave this airlock, because these guys are blasting me anyway, let's look up Air Fortress and see if I can figure out what the Japanese name is. Oh, no, sorry. In Japanese, it was literally just called Air Fortress. Air Fortress. Good to know. It is a katakana title. Oops, I just wasted one of my bombs. That's what I get for setting down my controller. You ever do that where you set down your controller, you pick it back up, and you immediately cannot remember which button is which? Oh, I just took a ton of unnecessary damage. Ooh, and I got some nice healing back from my trouble. Okay, these guys, I'm just going to bomb them, because they take about 1 billion shots otherwise. But yeah, do you ever do that thing where you set down your controller, and then you're like, oh man, I can't remember if the B button was confirm or if the B button was cancel. It's even worse when you're in a really dangerous position. Okay, so there are 2 lanes that we can go through. Let's go through the left lane this time. Man, I really need energy. Maybe this ship has 2 cores and we have to destroy them both. Oh, this is the escape. Okay, so yes, I was right. I was right. This does have a Metroid-like element where after you destroy the enemy core, you do have to actually find your way to the escape pod. I was so right about that. Can you destroy these things? No, you can't. Okay, I'm just going to avoid these things. Wasted another bomb there, by the way. Genius play on my part. It seems like once you run out of bombs, there's no actual hope for destroying the space station. Because, man, as soon as I started using my regular blaster, it must have taken 200 shots and I didn't even destroy the core last time. So we have to preserve our bombs. If we walk slowly, we won't waste too much energy. That's really good to know. Okay, this is where I took a ton of damage last time, because I flew right into these tractor beams. And there's a butterfly coming. We're going to take him out, get a free bomb. We actually got 5 bombs right there, so that should help us a lot. Now, there should be another space guy up ahead. Destroy you first. Okay, I'm going to try to hit him with a bomb really fast. He's somewhere around here. There he is. Got him. Okay, yeah, we can take him out with 1 bomb, so you just have to line up your shots. Same thing with the core. If you just line up your shots. 4. Okay, so yeah, so if we fly over here. Oh, I don't know what this is. Maybe this is a shortcut back to the place where the exit is. I'll check it out. I could fly back the way that I came. Yeah, the fact that I'm not actually on a timer is a huge deal. I used to always think that you were on a timer in this game. Like if you stayed for too long. Sorry, if you took too long, you wouldn't be able to escape fast enough. But it seems like that's not the case. It seems like whenever you stand still, your oxygen actually refills. Oh no, something's happening now. The space station is rumbling. Yeah, so we might be in trouble if we can't find the escape soon. Okay, I think the escape is this way. Yeah, so that was a shortcut. That takes us back here. And here's the escape pod. You would like the name Flying Fortress better. It has better alliteration. That's actually cool, yeah. I like Space Fortress too, yeah. I always used to call this game something else. I always forget the title. I always call it like well, sometimes I call it Star Control, which is a completely different game. I also call it like Star Fortress. Space Fortress would make a lot of sense. Yeah, Air Fortress is really interesting because it's not in air, it's in space. But the enemy ships are called Air Fortresses, so here we go. We're on the 3rd Air Fortress already. That was a good escape sequence, highlighting what I was talking about before. We have these Metroid-like elements in play now. So we have to destroy the enemy core, but then we also have to escape back to the surface. I don't know if this game came out first or if Metroid came out first. Probably Metroid came out first, so this game probably just copied that from Metroid. This is from 1987. I don't know what year Metroid was. Either way, it's a cool mechanic. I like that you don't just like defeat the boss and then the stage ends, like with most games. Okay, we've got some energy, some bombs. The more stingy the game starts to get with our energy and with our bombs, the harder the stages are going to get, because we're going to have less resources to get through in the end. I don't like the fact that there's asteroids flying at me either. Oh, they instantly take you out. Okay. I didn't get any energy from that thing as a result. And now these things are not just chasing me, they're also shooting me. I don't know what this plus sign does. Oh, okay, so the plus sign is like a bomb that clears the stage. That's good to know. Okay, so I think I know what all the power-ups do now. E will give me more energy. B will give me more bombs. The diamond will give me a temporary shield. And the plus sign will clear all of the enemies on the stage, which is extremely helpful. Yeah, the English text crawl at the beginning was really clear. Really good grammar, really good translation. Really, like, honestly, this game is, like, extremely well polished. It is surprising to me how well polished this game is. Especially, like you mentioned, in terms of the localization, too. Very clear story. No typos, no, like, unclear dialogue, no confusing or contradictory statements. Okay, we've only got 5 bombs this time, but we do have over 1,000 energy. I feel fine. I think we can get through this. First attempt, maybe. Now that I know how to be a lot more careful about these tractor beams. And now that I know I can take my time and be patient, I'm not on a timer. That very much changes things for me. Alright, here we go. I'm not going to leave the airlock until I know I'm clear. You can actually go back inside too to shield yourself, yeah. I think using the airlock to protect yourself is a huge strategic consideration in this game. I'm going to try to kill whatever enemies I can. Number 1, so they're not shooting at me from behind. Number 2, because they do drop bombs and energy. I think what I noticed is that those butterflies seem to always drop bombs. Maybe it's because butterfly also starts with the letter B. I don't know. Could be. You never know. There's a delay on leaving the airlock. So if I want to use the airlock as a shield, I have to kind of time when I leave. You don't immediately go out when you press the button. I should be trying to leave the airlock like a second before I want to. I love games that reward good timing, and it's always really funny to watch people play them when they don't, like, people who don't have good timing play older games, because like there's so many situations where you just need to like line up one thing. Ooh, free energy. And they'll just like keep doing the same thing at the wrong time over and over and over again. It's like a mix of like frustrating and hilarious. That is a very Mega Man-like enemy down there. I have to know if this game came out like before Metroid, before Mega Man. It looks like we have another situation where we can go left or right. I'm going to start by going left. Oh, he has a lot of health. He has a lot of health. I'm going to use a bomb on that guy again if I have to in the future. Alright, we'll start by going left, and we'll figure out if this is the way forward or not. This is certainly something. Another airlock. I don't know if these enemies will respawn when I come back. I assume they will. Alright, here's an energy source. I think it just takes 1 bomb to get these guys. Yeah, you just have to line it up. You use 1 bomb, you get 5 back. That's a pretty good trade. Unfortunately, that guy didn't drop one. The weird translations have their own charm. Oh, I 100% agree with you on that. I 100% agree. I don't like this. It seems like this is not the way forward. This might just be the path back to where I was already. You're quoting Ikari warriors. You are the prevailer. You are the prevailer that protects protect right and justice. I would express my sincere thanks to you. Yeah, I love like janky old translations. Okay, here we go. We did find the core. We have to fly back manually. There's no shortcut this time. Now we are for sure on a timer. I know that whenever the ship starts rumbling, that means it's going to collapse. And it can collapse with us inside of it, which is a pretty big problem. If the ship collapses while we're inside, we are going to be in trouble. It looks like fewer enemies will spawn in the darkness. And we can just go directly to the right this time. We don't have to go through a loop. I'm trying to get through here fast. Bombs and energy, that's going to help us. There's our first rumble. So we cannot afford to hang around here forever. Let's go. Here we go, here's our ship. Perfect. A timely escape. I'm jamming out to the music right now. You can't see me, but I'm jamming, I promise. We're already on the 4th air fortress. Look at this, we're making great time. Yeah, it seems Metroid inspired. It just depends on if this game came first or if Metroid came first. I'm guessing Metroid came first. This is probably inspired by like Metroid and Mega Man. Which honestly for me, I have no problems with that. I think that's really cool. As a game developer, I think it's very... Oh, there's our game over, okay. As a game developer, I think that you should take inspiration from games that you enjoy. And you can iterate on them too. But there's nothing wrong with just like paying homage to things that are already done very well. Even actually, I think when companies are designing like sequels and designing like their own games, when they're already established, I think they try too hard to like change things up and like make it different. When it's like honestly, it's like perfectly fine to just make more of the same. Like I know people clown on, for example, like Madden a lot for just releasing the same game every year. And there's certainly some downsides to that strategy. And maybe like that franchise in particular takes it too far. But I do think that if someone really enjoys the game that you've made, there's nothing wrong with just making more of the same. And I think there's two really great examples of this that I want to highlight. One of them is, of course, just like the Dark Souls, actually Demon Souls. Demon Souls, Dark Souls series, Elden Ring, and all of that. People clearly love the gameplay loop of those games and the way that they are played. And you can just keep releasing like a new Dark Souls type game every few years, and I'm pretty sure people will buy it, and they will continue to love it, and they will continue to play it. Because those games are just made really well. They have a fantastic like core gameplay loop, which is really fun and really satisfying. And I don't really hold it against FromSoft for just continuing to make the same thing over and over again, because it just is really fun. So, you know, why would you not want to play more of a game that you really enjoy? Oh crap, I just missed another set of bombs because I blew up at the wrong time. The other thing is with Cyberpunk that came out fairly recently, more recent game, Cyberpunk. I don't think it's like super recent, but it's fairly recent, the Cyberpunk video game. I know that the original game, when it came out, had like a lot of errors and a lot of bugs, and then they fixed it, and people were like pretty happy with the fixed version of Cyberpunk. But then I think what really stands out to me is that instead of making a new game, they just took all of the assets they already had and they released a new DLC. And the DLC for Cyberpunk is like so massive and it has so much content. It's basically just like another extra game that you can just get just for paying the price of a DLC. And I think reusing all of their existing assets to make like a really high quality game is a really smart move rather than making a new game completely from scratch. I honestly wish more companies would do that. Man, these tractor beams are really scary, by the way. But yeah, I honestly think there's nothing wrong with doing that. If you have really good assets, you should use them. I don't know if the tractor beams can see me up here. What is this thing? Whatever it is, I cannot destroy it. It seems like a self-replicating bioweapon. That is terrifying. Oh, okay, gotta kill this butterfly. Get some energy. I kind of wish he had dropped a bomb instead, though. I want to play. I want to play more games that I haven't played yet. Talking about games now and thinking about the fact that I've just been playing Fire Emblem and nothing else for like a year. Okay, Metroid is August 6th. Air Fortress is August 17th. Wow. Oh, but it's a year later. Okay. So yeah, they probably got the idea for Metroid and then spent a year developing a pretty epic game. This thing is kind of... Oh, there's a two-tier ladder here. Interesting. That's our first time being able to go up like multiple vertical levels. Yeah, this is the point where the fortresses start to become more complex, more maze-like, and if we don't know where we're supposed to be going, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I think I might make the executive decision to not... Like, if we find the core, I think I'm actually not going to destroy the core until I know for sure where the escape route is. Oh, crap. I just ran into it. I ran into a tractor beam. Okay, so this seems to be a dead end. So yeah, now we've got dead ends, we've got mazes, we've got multiple routes. We are going to have to scout out the interior of this air fortress and make a plan before we destroy the enemy core. The bioweapon leaves a trail of bubblegum. Yeah. Dude, I love sci-fi, by the way. It's actually kind of surprising that I spend so much time just playing Fire Emblem when you consider how much I actually love sci-fi. Like, you would think I would be playing more science fiction-based games. Yeah, let's play some sci-fi games. Let's play a bigger variety of games this year. I think that's going to be one of my goals. Have I played Slay the Spire 2? No, I've played the first one a little bit. Okay, so this is where the core is. I do not want to destroy the core yet. Actually, you know what? Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. After you leave this map, you get sent through a loop. Okay. Please give me more bombs. I'm going to run out of bombs, too. I might be in trouble. I'm going to run out of bombs here. Yeah, that was a huge mistake. I should have just destroyed the core while I was there. And I second-guessed myself. I changed my mind a second after I left when it was too late. I realized, wait a second, this is a dead end. So if I just destroy the core, it's going to send me back to a place where I already know that I have to go the other way because I'm already at the end of a dead end. Oh, that's a tractor beam. Oh my god. Okay, we're probably not going to beat the map on this attempt, especially because we're running out of bombs. The only way we're getting out of here is if I can get more bombs somehow, and I'm not getting them. They keep dropping energy instead of bombs. Slay the Spire 2 is still in early access. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay, so this... Yeah, we can't destroy the core right now because we don't have any ammunition. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Honestly. Maybe if I go this way I can farm more resources. Is there a reset? Because I don't think I can win under these conditions. I will say I'm not like a huge fan of like deck building games. So if it's kind of similar to Slay the Spire 1 in that regard, it might not be for me. Okay, it looks like these enemies in here don't respawn, so I can't farm them for resources. But I don't have any bombs, so I have no way of destroying the enemy core. I have 2 bombs. I don't think that's enough. I guess we'll try it, and if it feels impossible, I'll just let the enemy destroy me. I also don't know where the ship is. I never found it. I flew around for a while, and I never found my ship. I think I have an idea of where it is, though. Okay, please drop bombs. I'm in trouble here. I can at least do this. Okay, there we go. That helps a lot. Okay, so this takes me back to a separate route. Now, I think what I'm looking for is some kind of passage that's separate from where I went last time, so I don't get stuck in a loop. But I think I saw there was something up top here. I think there was a transportation tunnel up top on this route. I have to find it. Okay, maybe we go down instead of up. Yes, okay, here we go. This is the route that I haven't been down yet. So hopefully the escape pod is over here. The escape pod is not here. We are in trouble. I do not know where the escape pod is. We can go back to the start of the stage, maybe? Oh, this is cruel and unusual. There's a bunch of different passages. I don't know which one the escape pod's on. Okay, the turbo fire helps a lot with these enemies that take like 50 hits to kill. There's no way you could do this without a turbo controller. I think the ship might be this way because there's enemies guarding it. If not, we are about to get collapsed inside of a collapsing space station. Because I am not getting through here. I mean, once I get through here, I'm not getting back to where I was. So either this is a dead end or this is the escape route. Oh, the space station's shutting down. This is tense. Okay, we got it, we got it, we got it. If I can make it a few feet, I can just barely escape in time. Oh, nice. Down to the wire finish. This is for sure the furthest that I've ever gotten in this game. Because when I played it last time, I would say my brain was not fully developed. I didn't even understand most of the mechanics. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are officially halfway through the game. And I'm going to drink some water. Oh, and I'm going to pause my game. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. Dude, this turbo controller is a lifesaver. Are there any other NES games that people are interested in? Or any like classic retro games? I mentioned this during a previous stream. I can't remember which stream it was. I think it was during like a technical showcase. Yeah, it was during the stream where I was showing off the hex editing. I talked about how I wanted to play more retro games on stream. We did talk about the Fantasia series, Tales of Fantasia specifically. I'm curious to know if there is any other games that people would like to see me play or like to see me try. Especially classic games, like retro games and things like that. Snow Warning says the parts where you have to escape are the best. Yeah, that section was really intense. I enjoyed that a lot. It was like real like down to the wire finish. It captures the feeling that you get in like older movies whenever there's like a bomb with a timer and you have to like disarm it right before the countdown, and it always seems like it's like the very last second when they finally disarm it. That's kind of the feeling you get from the escape sections in this game. They are extremely intense. I'm very worried about the fact that I'm not getting any bombs here. But now that I figured out how to use the turbo effectively while I'm in my spacesuit, I think I feel a little more confident. Oh, that is scary. I feel a little bit more confident even if I run out of bombs. This stage is really showing me how to use those plus signs effectively. Energy, I need bombs. Please, bombs, 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 bombs. Are there really no bombs in this entire stage? Oh man, they really want to put you through the ringer in this one. Okay. I would not do this. I would not play this. This is the point where I would stop playing if I did not have a turbo controller. You can't make me do this. You've never owned a Nintendo console that wasn't mobile, but you really like Secret of Mana. You played it together with two of your friends. Oh yeah, Secret of Mana would be really fun. That actually reminds me. Let me pause the game really quick. There's a series of games. I played Soul Blazer, actually. I played it off stream in my free time last year. But I want to play through the entire series. The second game, I think, is called... I think the second game is Terranigma. Yeah, okay. So, it's related to Illusion of Gaia, which you guys are probably more familiar with because that's the... Illusion of Gaia is like the most well-known of the games in this series. Let me see if I can find a list that has like all of the titles. Because it's related to Soul Blazer. I'm surprised it's not mentioned on the Wikipedia page. There's no list that says like, hey, these are the related games. Alright, well anyway, I know it's Soul Blazer, Terranigma, Illusion of Gaia, and I think there's one other game in the series. But I played Soul Blazer off stream, and I wanted to play Terranigma or Illusion of Gaia on stream. Those games are a lot more well-known. I think people would find them pretty interesting too. they're more interactive. They're like action RPGs. So it's not just like reading cutscenes and doing like slow turn-based battles. I think RPGs are really bad for streaming, in my opinion. And based on a lot of data too, like if you watch like whenever streamers do like play like long RPGs, they tend to just like lose viewers over time. Strategy games like Fire Emblem are pretty good. Like we've done pretty well with Fire Emblem, but I think if I was going to stream like a classic like JRPG, it might not go as well. I think you need like some kind of action element in the game to keep viewers engaged and interested. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Okay, I don't know if we're going up or if we're going right. I'm going to try going up first and see where it takes us. Oh, we do not have bombs, so we have to fight this guy. Okay, here we go. Now we have bombs. I feel a lot more safe. I feel so much more safe. It's not even a point of comparison. Look at that. One bomb, gone. And honestly, the core is not that hard to destroy either. So I could definitely make an argument for using my bombs on like these guys to get rid of them more safely and then just use the turbo fire against the core. Okay, this seems that it's just taking me back to another tunnel. Does it take me to the core or does it take me somewhere else? Oh, these are the flying asteroid enemies from outside. Okay, I'm taking a ton of damage here. I think we are in a game over state. Yep, that's a game over state right there. Okay, we're gonna have to redo the stage. Hopefully we can get some bombs this time. Let's continue. I can play like GBA games, by the way, and DS and 3DS, so those suggestions are fine too. Your favorite retro game is Anno 1602. Okay, hold on a second. You sucked at building the cities and managing your ships, but it gave you an artificial sense of long-term progression. I'm not super familiar with the game. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of it before. Probably like a strategy game based on what you're saying. I know people were talking about certain strategy games that they wanted me to play, like, you know, what is it called? Universalis, something like that. As well as, there's more well-known ones. I could tell. Oh, here we go, bombs. Yes, please. Oh, you know what? I don't even care. If I can just go into the next stage with 5 bombs so that I can use them to defeat the powerful enemies and farm more bombs without running out, I am going to be very happy. Oh, nice, more bombs. Okay, please don't get a game over here. Please don't get a game over here. If I can just make it to the space station with 10 bombs and 1,000 energy, I think I can beat that stage. I just didn't have any resources last time. Man, I got super lucky that time. I got bombs, but I couldn't get through the stage. Is it like a sci-fi strategy game? Because that would greatly interest me. I came up with an idea for a game, by the way. It's based on Erebus Supersonic, which is like an old strategy game where you manage a company that builds airplanes, and you basically just set up transportation routes for people to fly on your planes. And you, like, over time, like, you know, each month you get back company reports, like financial reports for how your flights went. Oh, this is bad. Man, why am I having such a hard time with the stage this time? Okay, we did get a bomb there. Anyway, you get like financial reports and like company reports on like how your flights did, and then you can like build new planes and set up new flight routes and things like that. I don't think the game is very exciting. I don't think it's extremely fun. It's pretty good, honestly. Like for the time that it was built, it's pretty good. Okay, here we go. We got our shield. Okay, now we just need to use our shield to just like survive long enough to get like another shield. I think that's how we got through the stage last time. Anyway, I came up with an idea for a game that's like kind of based on Erebus Supersonic, like use a similar like UI, a similar gameplay loop. But I would make it so that it was, instead of just like building airplanes for like transporting people around the world, you would build like spaceships for transporting and like trade and cargo around different planets and different solar systems and things like that. And it also, it would have influence from Uncharted Waters, which is an old game. It's like a pirate, or I guess naval simulator. You don't have to be a pirate. You can just like be a trader. Manage like a trading ship, a trade company, and things like that. It's an old German game. Ah, okay, that's probably why I haven't heard of it. You settle islands and provide the people with goods. The series got a lot of international recognition 6 years ago with Anno 1800. Cool. So it's not sci-fi, but it kind of has like the same vibe as what I'm talking about, where you manage like, you know, different islands, and you have to transport goods and services between the islands, trading and building routes and things like that. Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea for a game. I want to do like a sci-fi version. I don't know what I would call it, and I don't know if I could actually make it very well myself. I'd probably have to get help from like a more experienced developer. Whenever I try to get help from other developers, though, it kind of never goes well for me. I think I just don't really work well with other people. And most of them just have like a different idea of what they're trying to do compared to what I like to do. Okay, I'm going to use my bombs pretty aggressively here. I have 15 bombs, or 14 now. That is, for my money, I think 15 bombs is plenty. Especially against these pink guys, they take multiple hits and they can deal a ton of damage to me. I can also progress through the stage more slowly now. I can be more careful. Get that guy. Just get back the energy that I lost from fighting him. I'm not even going to fight this guy. I'm just going to escape. Big mistake. Okay, hold on a second. His bullets actually... So his bullets push me back. That's why I was stuck there and I couldn't get into the tunnel. Okay, okay, you can destroy these asteroids. I think I have to destroy them. And I also think precise shooting is better than using the turbo shot. Okay, now I want energy and the game is giving me bombs. It seems like it has a desire sensor. When you need bombs, it gives you energy. When you need energy, it gives you bombs. Yeah, this guy, his bullets, they have knockback, so you can't just ignore him. You have to get rid of him. Otherwise, he'll lock you in place. Yeah, I think precise shooting is better for enemies like this. I'm gonna use a bomb here. Oh, he has a lot of health. He has a ton of health. Okay, hold on a second. I can't hit him either. Okay, that was not worth the energy that I got. That was not worth the energy that I got. There are two Anno games based in sci-fi, 2070 and 2205. The numbers are the year that the game takes place. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Oh, that guy has tracking shots. We have to get out of there. Just use your bombs. Are the games translated into English, or are they only in German? Because obviously I can't play them if they're in German. I mean, I could, but it'd be pretty difficult because I wouldn't even be able to read the menus. And if someone else has already done it, maybe it would be less interesting for me to make it. But at the same time, you can make games that other people have made. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to recover my energy. Okay, we're sitting on 626. Not fantastic. I think the worst thing right now is that even if I destroy the core, I don't know how to escape from here. I don't know where the exit is. But we're going to have to find out. What I'll try to do is get back to somewhere that I've been before and then take a different route from where I went last time. Man, this is getting tough. This is getting difficult. I think we're going to be stuck on this stage. It looks like this is the big difficulty spike. The 5th fortress. The flying stage is really difficult, so it's hard for me to gather resources. Once I get into the space station, it is full of dangerous enemies, so you need bombs to get through. If you don't get any bombs early on, you're just not going to have any success. And then even with all the resources we had, the stage is still difficult enough that I just could not beat it. But I'll give it at least one more good try. Ooh. Watch out. I will say Toho knowledge helps a little bit here. In Toho, there's this strategy you can use where if a bunch of enemies are shooting tracking bullets at you, you can fly one way. Oh god. Like fly to the bottom of the screen to get them all to shoot towards the bottom of the screen, and then you fly up to dodge all the bullets at the same time. If I can successfully use that maneuver, man, we can't even get to the fortress. If I can successfully use that maneuver, you can kind of guide the bullets away from you, which helps a lot with these sections where I'm getting shot at. Okay, they're definitely available in English. You like 2070 because there's air, surface, and subsurface combat. you're not just building cities for the fun of it, but you have to also fund your military operations. Very cool. Actually, I don't know which one I would prefer. Sometimes I like games where there's just like no combat and like no military element at all, and it's purely just about like building and trading and exploring and things like that. This is definitely not the same type of game, but sometimes like when I'm playing Minecraft, for example, I would prefer if like I could just explore, gather resources, and build stuff, and I get really annoyed when enemies keep spawning and distracting me every 15 seconds. But I don't like playing in creative mode either. Like I want to play in survival mode, but I just want to play with less enemies. Like survival mode, like without enemies constantly spawning. Terraria is pretty bad about this too. In general, it's not too bad, but when the blood moon starts, it can be annoying. Because if you don't feel like dealing with it, it means you're just sitting inside of your base for like 10 minutes doing nothing, which is not exactly the most fun thing in the world. Okay, we managed to outlast that section. If I can just get into the space station with a good number of bombs, I think I'll be okay. Ooh, more bombs. But yeah, but then on the other hand, sometimes I do get bored if there's no combat element, so it's like, oh, don't tell me that's a game over. Okay. If we can just make it to the space station right now, I'll be fine. I don't think it matters how many lives you have when you get to the space station, because if you die inside of the space station, you get sent back here anyway. So it's not like getting there with extra lives matters. I just have to get to the space station with enough lives. Okay, here we go. 10 bombs, 1,300 energy. You like to turn the AI factions off or just play against ones that aren't aggressive? Yeah. Oh man, having like other factions to interact with is a big part of it too, for sure. I think a good thing about like a trade exploration, like colony building type game, it's really helpful to have like other civilizations to interact with. It's not always necessary. Like SimCity's pretty fun, and usually you're just building by yourself. Man, I'm trying to remember the name of the game that I played most recently, which I literally made a video about and then deleted because it got like 20 views, and it was actually actively hurting my channel's algorithm. Oh god, man, did the tractor beam guy have to spawn right below me? Oh, by the way, the name of the game is City Skylines. City Skylines, you just build by yourself. That's pretty fun too. All right, I'm gonna try going the route that I went last time, because it does seem like this takes us right to the core. And then we can worry about the escape route after that. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge these guys, by the way. Oh, give me that energy. Yeah, delicious energy. Okay, you have to kill this guy. I cannot let him survive. Otherwise, he's gonna spam me with bullets and lock me in place. Okay, we're on 700 energy. You only like to fight when you're ready and you have nothing better to do. Yeah, if only real life was like that. Nobody would ever try to fight you or start any conflicts unless you were ready and you felt like it, and you had the advantage and you knew you could win. That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? But then again, there's no need for violence. Okay, for the gray guys, it seems like one bomb and one regular shot is enough. I don't know why I was facing the wrong direction and I didn't shoot that guy. That's unfortunate. I took a lot of damage that I did not need to take. I'm going to try to proceed slowly. This guy, I don't think he's worth dealing with. He takes a ton of shots to kill and he only drops... Oh... Okay. But he only drops like one item, but he takes multiple bombs to kill. I can't get him now. He won't move into a spot where I can shoot. Oh, I have no more bombs. Perfect. Okay, he better drop some bombs. Otherwise, we're done. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble right now. Okay, he dropped bombs. And now I'm missing and wasting all my bombs, and then I just died. Okay. Ugh. Okay, let's try one more. Let's try one more. The cores look like a miniature sun. They might be nuclear fusion based. Could be. Remember that these air fortresses are actually alive too. Yeah, these blue butterflies are tough. I didn't realize that he was going to follow me to the next map though. If I knew that, I would have taken care of him. So that was kind of game over that was a result of directly a result of my ignorance. I wish you could destroy these guys more easily. I don't know how to line up the shots against them. Because every enemy that I don't kill is a missed chance to potentially farm a new bomb or more energy. Okay, just please. And he grabbed the plus sign at the worst possible time when there was no enemies on screen, really? Please just let me get one bomb, or I don't know, like 10 bombs or something. I can't get through this section. And it sucks because the worse you do here, the fewer bombs you have. I mean, I say it sucks, but that's actually a really cool idea. The fact that the two mechanics, like you have two separate gameplay loops, but they're linked together in this way. I can't kill those guys now. Where like your performance in the first stage determines how much resources you have going into the second stage. It's a really cool concept. It's just frustrating for me because I'm not good at the first part of the stage. I'm not good at vertical shooters or horizontal shooters like this. Yeah, there was no way I was getting through that cluster. Oh, and there's another game over. Man, we're getting destroyed here. Really fun though. I'm glad I decided to play this game again. I don't know why it just popped into my head recently and I really wanted to play it. And I knew that it would be like decent for streaming, so I was holding off on playing it too. I didn't play it right away when I thought of the idea. I kind of let the idea sit for a while until I was ready, till I had a day when I knew I could stream. And I'm glad I did it, even though we're not really getting very many viewers. Oh, okay, here we go. Save this plus sign. Now I'm gonna try to chain this. Okay, it didn't work. I was hoping that one of the guys that got destroyed by the bomb would drop like an energy or a bomb, like a bazooka, or another plus sign or something. Okay, there we go. There's another plus sign. We can use this. Please spawn some enemies. They didn't really spawn any enemies that I could deal with. I actually ran into that by accident. Okay, we're getting better at... Why do I speak? I was just going to say we're getting better at dodging these guys. I think if my eyesight was better, I could do better here. Okay, I need to get some bombs, please. Otherwise, it's not even worth it. There's no way we can beat that space station going in without any bombs. Can I go through here? Man, that was risky. Please give me some bombs. Forget bombs, just let me beat the stage. The Federation has given you a light blaster, but the bombs from the air fortress are more powerful still. True. Oh yeah, actually that's technically true. Hold on a second. That's a really interesting point of lore. Because we're getting these drops from the enemies, that actually means that we're using the bombs that are like from the air fortress to destroy the air fortress. I had to drink some water. You don't usually think about this because it's just like regular NES logic that, you know, when you defeat enemies, they drop items. But it's actually true. Like, if you try to think about it in terms... Oh god, I just gave myself the hiccups. This is going to be terrible. If you actually try to think about it in terms of the lore, you could say that we're like capturing the enemy weapons and using them to defeat the enemies. Because these bombs are coming from somewhere, right? And they're specifically coming from us just defeating enemies. Man, I almost think... Oh god, hold on a second. I almost think you have to replay this stage until you get a little bit lucky and get bombs. I wish there wasn't not an RNG factor to it. I wish it was more deterministic. Oh god. Why did I have to do that? Why did I have to give myself the hiccups? Oh, this is terrible, guys. I get one plus sign, and it's when there's no enemies on screen. Fantastic. Bombs, please. Dude, I can't even get through the stage. Much less getting bombs. Okay, hold on a second. I need to drink more water, maybe, get rid of these hiccups. Snow Warning says that because the Air Fortress defeated the Federation, it actually makes sense that the Air Fortress weapons would be more powerful. By the way, I want to do something real quick. Look at this. There's like, oh my god, really? There's actually kanji on top of the screen. I'm gonna try to take a screen capture. We can try to get an idea of what the original title was. You guys want to do this? Is this interesting to anyone other than me? Okay, I think I got my capture. Yes. Okay, hold on. Now I can use the snipping tool. I don't know what is wrong with me, guys. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. How do I open it in Paint? Okay, here we go. So there's two ways that I can approach this, and are you serious? There's two ways that I can approach this, and I want to know what people think is more interesting. Let me get my screen capture first. I want to show you guys something. I can crop this. Oh! Dude, I'm gonna have to do something about these hiccups. I'm sorry. I'm uploading the screen capture right now, so I can put it on the stream for you guys to see. Really though, actually, there's a necessity. There's a necessity to just constantly keep hiccuping every 10 seconds. That's required. Good to know. Okay, so this is the logo for Air Fortress from the NES game. I'm gonna make a quick poll, and then I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna use the bathroom, and I'm gonna try to maybe do some light exercise and get rid of these hiccups. But I want you guys to know, or I want you guys to vote, and I might only get one vote, but translate with Google or translate manually. Like, should I look up the kanji myself and translate them one character at a time and then try to figure out what the title means? Or should we just put it in Google and then have Google translate it for us? I've always wanted to do like a stream where I do a translation on stream, but I'm not going to do it if people don't want to watch. My volume is also peaking for some reason. Or just play the game. I'll check the results of the poll when I get back. I gotta do something about these hiccups. I'll be right back. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna do some exercise. I figure I don't really need to mute my microphone if I'm just gonna be exercising. Faye, she says that she wants the funny version. I'm guessing you voted for Google Translate. You want to see? Actually, honestly, Google Translate is pretty good. It tends to be pretty accurate if you just give it like kanji. I mean, sometimes it can be funny. Sometimes it gives you that MTL vibes, but usually it's not too bad. Lately, I've been doing butterfly kicks. Once again, I don't know if you can actually hear me or not. I'm standing pretty far away. I think you can hear me though. I'm doing butterfly kicks. They're really good for me specifically because my knees are pretty bad. I've put a lot of strain on my knees. I can't even ride a bike anymore without like probably 1 or 2 minutes of riding a bike. My knees start to hurt so bad I have to stop. So I can't do any exercise. I can't do any leg exercises that put strain on the knees. But the butterfly kicks are pretty interesting because you're not really like putting any weight on the knees. You're just flexing your legs in a way that massages the muscles or exercises the muscles. It's also good for core strength, which is nice. Make my stomach a little bit flatter, maybe. Honestly, I think I'm a pretty healthy weight right now, but I could gain some like athleticism. I'm not that strong, I'm not that athletic, I'm not that fit, I'm just like kind of neutral. I have a good diet, not perfect, but good. I exercise when I can. Okay. Definitely got a little bit of relaxation there. I think my hiccups have kind of started to go back down. The butterfly kicks will be useful in this level to save on bombs. You can hear me, but I'm a little quieter because of the distance. That makes sense. All right, I am going to run to the bathroom still, so let me do that really quick, and then when I get back, we will translate the title of Air Fortress, the full title, the full Japanese title. Look at that, I'm back already. You think the name Hal makes sense because of the dev studio. Yeah, that's probably why. But you don't know why he's called Hal Bailman. Yeah, I have no idea where Bailman comes from. Alright, let's open up Google Translate. Seems like that's what people want. Actually, it might be tied. I can't really see without checking. Yeah, okay, just one vote, and that person voted for Google Translate. That's fine. We'll do it the quick way. We'll do the Google translation. Translate. Google.com. The one thing I wish is that, so in Google Translate, whenever you do an image translation, it gives you the English like text for what you've uploaded. Yeah, so for example, this just translates it directly to Air Fortress, but it doesn't tell me what the kanji are. Like it doesn't, on the back end, it identifies the kanji and then it translates it to English, which in this case, it translated it to Air Fortress, but it doesn't tell me like what kanji it identified or what it sees. It only tells me the English interpretation of what it sees. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to text. I'm going to go to English. I'm going to type in Air Fortress. And okay, here we go. As a response, we got Kuchu Yosai. Kuchu Yosai. And checking that against the picture, this does seem to be the correct kanji. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this, because I'm the only person who finds it interesting. But I will do it anyway. Check this out. Especially because it takes me way too long. I'm going to save this. AF2. I'm going to shrink down the logo from the game as well so we can actually see what's on the screen. All right, let me close out all these extra tabs that I don't need to have open. You can get shrunk down. Maybe over here is fine. There you go. You get to hang out with chat. And this is... This is what I got from Google Translate. If you want to find the kanji, you kind of have to do a little bit of extra work to do it yourself. Check this out. Kuchu Yosai. Air Fortress. Just a direct translation. And where does this go? I don't really care. Shrink it down. You can hang out with chat for a little while, and then I'll probably move you if you're in the way. We're learning. We're using this opportunity to learn. All right, let's get back into the game. You think the kanji don't distinguish between air and space? Oh, yeah. See, this is kind of why I wanted to do the individual lookup, because honestly, Japanese, especially with regards to kanji, is an extremely nuanced language. It's one of the reasons why I love Japanese so much. It's not just because I like anime and stuff like that, but honestly, like, because to be honest, like a lot of people who are interested in anime and then they try to learn Japanese, they usually get frustrated and give up once they get to like kanji, because they find kanji so difficult to understand or to deal with. But actually, like when I started learning Japanese, like when I got to kanji, it just made me like fall in love with the language, because it's so interesting. You can convey so much information with just like one character. You know what I mean? Like it's just the way that the language functions. And the way that there's... Oh, come on. Really? Every single possible thing that could have gone wrong went wrong there. Like choosing to use one kanji instead of another when they both have like a really similar meaning can have like huge implications. And it's just so interesting to me. And kind of like what you just brought up about kanji for air or the kanji for space. You know, like... The reason why I wanted to do the manual lookup is because if we look at all of these kanji individually, we can kind of get an idea of what each of these things means and how that kind of works to create the name Air Fortress instead of, you know, whatever name that they came up with. Or in this case specifically, we don't have to look up the individual kanji, we could just look up the individual words, which would be kuchu and yosai. I forget what the term is, but these are words where when you combine two kanji together, like they have a specific meaning when they're together. It's kind of like how I know there's an English equivalent. I just have to think of one off the top of my head while I'm also trying to dodge lasers and bullets in space. I'm taking too much damage already. I'm not even into this difficult section of the stage. Okay, here's a good example. Downhill. You take the word down, you take the word hill, you put them together, they make the word downhill. And the word downhill is not the same as the word down, and it's not the same as the word hill. I should know what the term is too. I literally have a certification for teaching English. Knuckle sandwich. That's like a funny one. Okay, there we go. We spent 2 bombs, we got 5 bombs back. We are starting to accumulate wealth. Gotta get this guy. Oh god, he's destroying me. Get rid of him, okay. Now this guy, I want to take him out. I'm just gonna use the rapid fire in that situation. Because I can't line up my shots when he's jumping around like that. Okay, here's the tough part. These are the same, I'm pretty sure these are the same asteroids that spawn in outer space. So if you think about it, it's kind of like we're flying through, we have like literal asteroids flying at us trying to destroy us, which is a pretty high pressure situation. Okay, we're down to 600 health. We still got 10 bombs. Make sure you face right this time. Last time, for some reason, I came out of the airlock facing left. It probably preserves your direction. Okay, here's the blue butterfly. Crap. No. Wasting bombs. He takes 4 bombs to kill, and then he doesn't drop a bomb. Dude, that is such an ammo check. Like, you can't get past that guy if you don't have 4 bombs to defeat him. But then you don't even get any bombs back. And then this guy's going to take multiple bombs, too. No, he only takes 1. Okay, it's not too bad. Gotta be careful. Here's the homing shots. I actually dodged those pretty well this time. This guy needs a bomb. Oh, bombs, bombs, bombs. Okay. Oh, we might be able to win this attempt. We're back up to 6 bombs. 4 bombs now. I'm not going to use any bombs on the core. I can defeat it with rapid fire. Waste of health. Oh, doorstep is another good one. It's not the same as step, it's not the same as door. Yeah, just use this. I need these bombs to fight my way out of here. Can I recover some energy, please? I can, actually. I can recover safely here. Oh no, this guy's coming for me. Oh, he flew in at the worst angle. Come on, man. Dude, he took me all the way down to 100 health. I'm so screwed. I cannot get out of here with 1 bomb and no health. Oh, maybe I can. Here we go. This spot seems pretty safe. I gotta recover. Dude, how much health does this guy have? I thought I destroyed the last one pretty comfortably, just using the turbo fire. But this one has a lot more health. Dude, that guy flying up from the bottom at the worst possible time, from the worst possible angle, that really screwed us. In German, you normally just staple words together. Usually they're describing very specific things, but sometimes they transform into something new. Actually, that's sort of how Chinese is. I studied Chinese as well. And Chinese is more like, you just take, like, literally, it's just like word 1 plus word 2. Whatever you're describing, you just take the 2 words and you just put them together. Alright, oh, well, that was my last bomb, so I'm ultra screwed now. Are you kidding? How much, like, health does this guy, like, need to have? Like, seriously. How much health do we think he needs to have? Definitely some questionable, yeah. This is very questionable. I don't understand what they were thinking when they gave these guys this much health. Like, man, you think the HP sponging in modern games is bad? Look at this crap. Alright, I said this 4 attempts ago, but we're going to do at least 1 more attempt. Okay, I think with these little discs, I think what you have to do is let them get really close, and then fly down and shoot them at point-blank range before they can fly away. I'm starting to get some ideas. The placenta is Mutterkuchen. Mother cake. Yeah, okay, that's a little different from what I was thinking. The thing I was explaining in Chinese, and actually, so Japanese has a lot of really complicated kanji combinations, but when it comes to counting and numbers, it's really straightforward. There are different ways to say like each like counting and specific different things, which is the part that's very complicated, especially for me who's bad at memorization. I think that's a game over. Talking and flying a spaceship at the same time is really hard, guys. But, like, for example, we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July for all of our different months. But in Japan, the names of the months are pretty much just like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5, like as if you translated them directly. It's literally just like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month. So their word for January is just the word for one and the word for month, which makes it really easy. Like once you understand that, it makes it really easy to remember stuff like that. The difficult part is remembering how you say different numbers in different situations, because they're not always counted the same. And weirdly enough, it often has to do with like the shape of things. Like the way an object is shaped is often a huge contributing factor into what word you use while counting it, which is kind of funny and like doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's super interesting. It's like an interesting quirk of the language. And I know there's a word for counting books, but it actually gets used for a lot of things because it's actually not books. It's for counting like scrolls. From like back in the day, I guess, when they invented their counting system, when they had parchments instead of books, there was like a word for counting scrolls. And so anything that is like long and cylindrical and it's shaped like a scroll, like it uses that same word. I can't remember what it is now. Oh, cool. We made it to the end and we have no bombs at all. I love RNG. Don't you guys love RNG? When you can just randomly not get any bombs. The months for September until December actually just use the Latin numbers from 7 to 10, but they're off because the year used to start with March. I did not know that. I also don't know any Latin. But it's still a little bit different from if the names of the months were literally 1 month, 2 month, or in our case it would be month 1, month 2, month 3. And Chinese is a lot like that, with like even more things, not even just counting, but a lot of stuff is just like description plus description, and that's what it is. Whatever you're talking about, that's what it is. You just describe it in the exact 2 words that describe it, and that's the word for it. Not even stuff like what you said, not like mother cake. Like that's symbolic, you know what I mean? That's kind of colorful language. Okay, so here's the problem. We don't have any bombs, so I cannot even get past this first enemy. Maybe if I can kill him and if he drops bombs, I might be okay. Surprisingly, he's kind of stuck there. If I line up my shots, I might be able to do something with this. Problem is, he has so much health. And he's coming for me. Oh no, actually we got him. But he didn't drop any bombs, so we're in the same spot that we were before. We're still in the same position of not having any bombs. What if I go up here? I haven't gone up here before. Maybe there's bombs up here. Please, bombs. Anything? I don't like this. No, I'm not going that way. That's just gonna drain my energy. English has funny names for groups of specific animals, like a parliament of owls or a murder of crows. Yes. Yeah, there's honestly people like hate on Japanese a lot for having like really specific words that you have to memorize. But English is the same, and honestly, I think most languages have at least like one thing where it's like you have to remember like a really specific way of saying like a really specific thing. I don't think it's unique to Japanese. I think people who say that are just lazy and they don't want to learn kanji. Okay, this was a mistake. I wanted to see if coming down on the right side would make this easier. It made it significantly harder. Now I have no bombs again. And this guy's just going to kill me. No, he's not going to kill me, but I can't win. I cannot win from here. I literally cannot win from this position. I have no bombs. I have less than 400 energy. Okay, I have bombs. How do I keep missing my shots? I'm really bad at like aiming in video games, by the way. I'm sure you might have noticed. Desk is writing table, as opposed to eating table in German. Okay, so we have no way of getting past the blue butterfly. He takes 4 bombs to kill. And I just wasted one, so now I have to kill him with purely regular shots. And he doesn't drop anything useful. Or maybe he will, I don't know, it's all random. Okay, if I line him up on this corridor, I might be able to take him out. Nice. Oh, and he dropped bombs. Dude, this would be so good if I just had more energy. I mean, it wouldn't even be that good because 5 bombs is not a lot. Plane is fly thing. That's funny. Come on. Yes. Yes, we had to be stuck in that exact position. Okay, we got some energy. I wonder if I can get some enemies to respawn. The name for skunk is stink animal. Sloth is lazy animal. Those ones are pretty good. Can I get this guy before I go over there? Yes, I can. Okay, that helps a lot. What about this one? Yes, I can. Maybe not him. If I can get up here, I can. I can't because of the tractor beam. Okay. Get him off screen. Go. I'm not even gonna fight him because it's too hard to line up a shot against him. He's in like a perfect little angle that protects him. Okay, we know this guy was gonna come up and attack us later if we leave him alone. Oh my god, I just wasted a bomb. I'm gonna keep 1 bomb. Okay. Here's the problem. I have no idea where the exit is, and I only have 1 bomb. I forgot that you can't defeat those guys. This is the guy who killed me last time, and he killed me again this time. Okay. We gotta figure out how to do something about this guy in the black spacesuit. If I have more bombs, I might be okay. If he dies from 1 bomb, I might be okay if I can actually hit him. And I have to remember those bioweapons, you can't destroy them. Or if you can, it takes way too many bombs, it's not worth it. So shooting at those bioweapons is just a waste of bombs. And I said this 6 times now, but we're going to do at least 1 more attempt. I don't give up that easily. The core also looks like the Eye of Sauron. At least the version that Frodo sees in Galadriel's mirror. At least the Peter Jackson version, yeah. Because technically we don't know what the Eye of Sauron really looks like. Sauron. Here we go. That was pretty useless. Could have spawned at a better time. Yeah, for this section, the Toho principle works really well. You want to move as little as possible, and then dodge out of the way at the last possible second. Okay, here we go. Here's a bomb. If we can get into this stupid air fortress with a bomb, with some amount of bombs, hopefully more, but 5 is better than 0. That's gonna put us in a much better, because last time we had to go in there with no bombs and we still did pretty well. Oh, here we go. 10 bombs, 1200 energy. I am feeling confidence rising. The problem is we have to survive now. We have to get to the end of this space flying section, and I'm pretty sure we're on our last life. So if we die 1 more time, this is it. Okay, that was probably the last dangerous encounter. Yes, we're out. Okay. We can win. We can win. We can win. I think I can win. I got 10 bombs. I got 1,300 health. I'm gonna go nice and slow. The eye was rimmed with fire, but was itself glazed, yellow as a cat's, watchful and intent, and the black slit of its pupil opened on a pit, a window into nothing. That's the description you get from Galadriel's mirror. Cool. You can post more quotes from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit if you want me to read them. Got nothing else to do right now. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race here. Don't take a bunch of damage just descending into the fortress. And once we get to the bottom, I want to approach on the right side because whenever I go down in the middle, I get hit by the tractor beam right away. Okay, we're taking less damage than the previous attempts, so it's not all bad. Although I just took a ton of damage right there at the very end. Still, we're on almost 1,200 health. 10 bombs. The cores are a little bit more red. I mean, it was a good description. I definitely understand what you're getting at. Come on. Dude, they have to spawn in the worst possible place every single time. Oh, interesting. Their position on the map actually persists. I'm not going to waste bombs now because I can't get clear shots from this angle. So if I use my bombs, it's just going to waste them. I had to fight him with the blaster there. I wasted too much health, and I actually wasted a bomb as well. I don't know what's down there, but it doesn't seem related to what I'm doing. Getting this guy as he comes up usually works pretty well. Now here, it's more just about dodging these things. And I definitely... Oh, come on. I definitely want to go in on the left side here. Try to hit that guy as soon as he moves. Oh, for some reason it didn't kill him. Okay. Well, now he's going to deal 1 billion damage to me. I mean, we're okay. 500 health, 5 bombs. Hello, Jitakal. Welcome to the stream. You're lurking for a bit. You just got home. You really are only quite a little fellow in a wide world, after all. Thank goodness, Bilbo said, laughing. Come on. Get out of here. These tracking shots are obnoxious. Oh, perfect. Yeah. You can't safely approach this guy because you'll get hit with tracking shots from behind. But as soon as you move forward, he immediately ambushes you. Okay, we're going to need some energy drops if we want to be safe. Perfect. This guy's also spawn camping me. Okay, I want to kill the butterfly without using any bombs again. It's very dangerous and difficult, but I think it's worth it. And as far as I can... Oh, let him get some damage on me. But as far as I can tell, doing it in this way is not too bad. I say that as I let myself take way too much damage. And now he's camping in the floor. Still, I think this is better than using my last bomb, because if he doesn't drop any bombs, I'm going to be screwed. I mean, I'm already screwed anyway. Dude, how did we come in here with 10 bombs and we're still in this situation? This fortress is impossible. I mean, it's not impossible. I'm sure somebody's beating it. I want to see like a pro gamer actually play this game. Someone better than me. Yeah. Now I'm the one who ambushes. Okay, now the problem with this section, I think I want to wait here until I have a clear angle. And then I'm going to run through as soon as it's clear, so I'm not going to constantly getting pelted by shots from this thing. And then go. Yes. I'm going to bomb there. It's a little bit of a waste, but I can't afford to be coy. This one I can shoot normally. The thing about bombs is when you're trapped between multiple enemies, you really need to use your bombs. Okay, there should be a guy here I can shoot relatively safely. And then this one I want to avoid and just fly past. Perfect, I didn't take any damage. Okay, we're on 4 bombs. Really? And no resources for doing all that. Okay. If I could just not get hit by these tracking shots, I could stand here forever and just do this. Oh, here we go. Safe, maybe? Nope, here it comes. Now they're gonna shoot me. Come on. Okay. This black spacesuit guy, I couldn't even get to him. Dude, what is that? That's like a Destructo disc. He just flew into me and cut me in half with one shot. Oh god. Alright, one more attempt. One more attempt. This is for sure gonna be the last one though. I might come back and play this game again on another stream later if it gets some interest, but as of right now, it doesn't exactly seem like this is my most popular stream. So most likely this will just be like a one-off thing. But who knows? I don't care that much about views. If I feel like I'm in the mood for playing it again, I will probably play it again. I just feel like I'm so close to beating this stage. I've solved it. I've figured out everything. I figured out everything that I need to figure out. Now it's just a matter of, number 1, getting the good RNG so that I actually get bombs, and then executing the plan. Defeating all the enemies inside of the air fortress without making any mistakes. Because every mistake you make is super punishing. So it's actually kind of very similar to Dark Souls in that way. Yeah, I'm screwed. Let me drink some water. I just don't know how you're supposed to get past these flying sections. I'm just so bad at it. Hold on, sorry. Don't give yourself the hiccups this time. I don't understand why they spawn enemies that you're not able to shoot. And why there's no fixed bombs in this entire map. There should at least be like one drop that gives you 5 bombs. It shouldn't be entirely up to RNG whether or not you have bombs or not. When he could, he saw all around him a sea of dark green ruffled here and there by the breeze, and there were everywhere hundreds of butterflies. You really need to fix the spaces before posting. Yes, it's making it a little bit harder to read. Is that the section where he climbs above the trees in Mirkwood? Oh, come on. If you use the Toho method of just like minimal movement, just wait until the last possible second and then only move when you have to. Oh no! God, that was horrible! Dude, I had one of those plus signs right there. If I just touched that, I could have cleared the entire map. Instead, not only did I miss it, but then I also flew into an enemy and I died, so that I couldn't pick it back up. You can't grab items after you die. So I missed it, and then I also missed the chance to be able to grab it, because it flew past me while I was in the like invulnerable dying state. Yeah, I don't like these disc enemies. They're very annoying. And they never drop, I mean, they do drop resources if you can kill them, but you can't kill them, so it doesn't really matter. That was like the perfect RNG for that moment, and I totally screwed it up. That's what I was saying before. I need the good RNG, but I also need to execute. Right now I'm failing to execute. I will say, I don't think I've ever died to that guy right there. Oh, here we go, bombs. Yes, shield. Okay, now we can use this shield to farm more guys. I need to get behind you. Please. Okay, we're doing pretty good actually. 1200 energy, 5 bombs. Oh, yes. 10 bombs. Very idiotic, pointless game over that didn't need to happen. And a double death right there for no gain whatsoever. Now this means I have to fly through the last section without getting hit at all. That plus sign is going to help me. Go. Yes. That's the last dangerous enemy group. Okay, 1500 energy, 10 bombs. This is the attempt. If we don't get through here, I'm probably going to call it quits. This is about the ceiling of my gameplay. That is the section from Merc. What you thought of it because of the butterflies? The butterflies in this one are a lot. The butterflies in this one are a little bit more problematic. Huge pain in my butt, I would say. As far as I can tell, these guys are not really dropping anything that I want. So I'm going to try to just descend quickly so I don't get blasted 100 times by them. Yeah, I think that's the right descent pattern for this map. Just get to the bottom fast. For this guy, if I could hit him with a bomb right away, I'd be happy. That's good too, that works. Honestly, the fact that those tracking bullets are shooting at me from behind is what makes that fight so difficult. If I could just fight that guy one-on-one, I'd be fine. It reminds me of the Dragon Slayer fight from Dark Souls 3. Where you constantly have those things shooting at you from behind. Okay, this is going terribly. I mean, that could have gone worse. I'm still at 1100. I've still got 10 bombs. Okay, I really have to use the bathroom. And I think it's worth it for me to stop really fast and go use the bathroom, because if I am trying to play at the same time while feeling like I have to use the bathroom, I'm not going to be able to concentrate. I'm not going to be able to play at my best. So let me do that really quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll finish this stage and hopefully beat it. Alright, I'm back. And Millie is ordering takeout right now, so win or lose, this is going to be the last attempt. Because I would like to eat with her. I don't want to eat by myself later. There's some asteroids coming here. I want to get them before they reach me. That could have gone better. Could have gone worse. I noticed with these tracking guys, like the guys who shoot the tracking bullets, if you just hesitate for a moment before going forward, it tends to work out better for you. Hold on a second. I'm getting a pop-up from YouTube. Oh, the stream bitrate is lower. Let me know if the stream starts lagging or something. I mean, there's not really anything I can do about it at this point, but just let me know, I guess. Okay, I want to go out and, yeah, I want to go out and I want to pick a fight with that guy before he has time to block the exit. Okay, now this butterfly, I think I just need to do what I did last time, just keep kiting him back and forth down here and fighting with my blaster. And it seems like this low platform was actually made for this fight, so they were considering this is probably the optimal strategy for fighting him. I can't let him push me into the spikes. Oh, nice. And bombs. Oh my god, this is it. This is the attempt. Don't spawn another butterfly, please. Okay, here we go. If I can execute from here, I think we can win. We are still over 1,000 health, and we have 12 bombs. This is it. I feel it. Get him while he comes around the corner. Now here, I'm going to hold this position until I have a safe path forward, and then I'm going to run through. Sorry, hold on. I have to make sure I turn my microphone back on. I did, okay. Just making sure. It'd be very stupid if I was playing without the microphone on. Hold on, I don't feel good about that. I think I can go here. Go, 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 go. Okay, there should be a dangerous guy right there, yes. Fly past him, get him with my blaster, save some bombs. Get him with the blaster, save more bombs, get more energy. Oh, we are cooking right now. This is it. I have become Hal Bailman. We have ascended to full Hal Bailman mode. This is how you win. Okay, dodge this guy, and then as soon as we come out of here, there's going to be a guy ambushing us. I just want to fly through. Get up here. Attack from this position. I think what I need to do is watch these things and try to adjust my flight pattern. Just hug the wall and then adjust my flight pattern. In fact, if I stay low, it seems like they can't get me. I gotta be careful. If I go too high, the bullets start to curve up and then they can get me. I have 11 bombs. I might use one here. Just to speed this up a little bit. But honestly, this is a really safe holding pattern. Yes, I found the perfect spot. I found the perfect spot. This is really good. This is really good. I maybe should have landed and recovered my energy first. Because now I have to keep moving. Gotta get this guy. Oh my god, he dodges all my attacks. Oh god, this is horrifying. No, 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 no. I'm dying so fast. Dude, what is this? There's no way. They just dealt 1,000 damage to me in 10 seconds. How do you get through there? Okay, we learned some valuable information. Number one, that spaceship, you cannot get it. You cannot stop it. It flies way faster than I can ever possibly fly. As soon as I shoot, it moves out of the way. It seems like it flies past me, it hits me once, it flies past me, it hits me again, but then it disappears. So that's the one good thing. I don't think it's a permanent enemy. I don't think it chases me around like the blue butterfly does. The guy in the black spacesuit, it looks like he takes 2 rockets to kill. So that's valuable information. And his shooting pattern wasn't really that rapid or constant. I think if I can just get past him, I think what I need to do, I need to bait that enemy saucer, get it to fly past me and leave the map. And then sorry. I need to bait that enemy saucer, get it to fly past me, and then once it leaves, then I can go forward and fight the guy in the black spacesuit. And if I can just hit him cleanly with 2 rockets, he'll be gone, and then I can worry about whatever comes next after that. Problem is, unfortunately, I know. I don't have the time to do it right now. I'm going to have to end the stream. Pretty good. Fun little 2-hour stream. Classic retro gaming. We'll see if I'm in the mood for doing more stuff like this in the future. Thank you, Snow Warning, for being here and chatting with me. It was nice to have at least one person, so I'm not just yapping to myself for 2 hours. Thanks to Faye for stopping by, and Jita Kyle as well. Thank you for stopping by today. I am going to go eat some food and enjoy some good company. For now, enjoy the rest of your day.